For 36 long years, the Orlandi family lived in the shadow of a vanishing. Their daughter, Emanuela, disappeared without a trace one hot summer day in 1983, and with her went their sense of peace, safety, and trust in the world around them. Then, nearly 4 decades later, a single cryptic message reignited the mystery. "Look where the angel is pointing." That one line would lead the family to the hidden tombs beneath Vatican City, but no one, absolutely no one, was prepared for what they would find. This is the haunting mystery of Emanuela Orlandi. June 22, 1983. Rome was basking in the kind of summer heat that slows everything down. 15-year-old Emanuela Orlandi left her flute class, as she had done many times before. She was running late that day, and according to her brother Pietro, she'd asked him to come with her. He declined. That would be the last time he ever saw her. She was spotted at a bus stop in central Rome. After that, nothing. No phone calls, no sightings that could be verified. It was as if the city had swallowed her whole. The Orlandi family wasn't just any Roman family. They lived inside Vatican City itself, one of the smallest nations in the world, and in their eyes, the safest. Pietro once said, "We thought we were in the safest place in the world." That belief shattered the day Emanuela disappeared. From the very beginning, the case was unlike any other. Alleged sightings trickled in, some believable, others outrageous. One man claimed to have met a girl named Barbarella in Piazza Navona just days after Emanuela vanished. She had a flute and glasses she didn't like wearing. Could it have been her? Another claimed she came into his bar and said she was a runaway. She was trying to make it back home, in time to see her sister's wedding. But none of these leads panned out, and soon something darker began to seep into the narrative: conspiracies. A caller told Emanuela's family that she would be returned if Mehmet Ali Aka, the man imprisoned for attempting to assassinate Pope John Paul II, was released. The implication? That Emanuela's disappearance was politically motivated. Later, Aka himself would claim Emanuela was alive, hidden away in a convent. It was a chilling suggestion, and one that further entangled the Vatican in whispers and shadows. Then came the name Enrico de Pedis, a gangster buried in a prominent Vatican church. An anonymous tip said, "The secret lies in his tomb." It sounded like something out of a Dan Brown novel, but this was no fiction. The 2000s brought a renewed hunger for answers. In 2008, de Pedis' former lover came forward, alleging the mobster had played a direct role in Emanuela's kidnapping. She even pointed police to a house on the outskirts of Rome, claiming the girl's body was buried there. But once again, nothing. Investigators found that the house had been built before Emanuela's disappearance. The timeline didn't add up. In 2012, the Vatican was implicated again, this time by one of its own. Father Gabriele Amorth, the church's chief exorcist, claimed Emanuela had been lured into a sex trafficking ring involving Vatican insiders and foreign diplomats. According to him, she had been murdered. The Vatican denied everything. Despite the noise, Emanuela's family never stopped pushing. Her brother Pietro became the face of the campaign. He met Pope Francis in 2013, hoping for a breakthrough. Instead, he was given a cryptic remark: "She is in heaven." To Pietro, it was confirmation the Vatican knew more than they let on. Then came the message, an anonymous letter in 2018. No threats, no ransom. Just a photo of a statue and a single sentence: "Look where the angel is pointing." It directed the family to the Teutonic cemetery, a small graveyard inside Vatican City, where German-speaking clergy and nobility are laid to rest. 2 tombs, supposedly belonging to 19th century princesses, caught their attention. Pietro requested permission to open them. The Vatican had long resisted such efforts, but after nearly a year of lobbying, they finally relented. On July 11, 2019, the tombs were opened, and what they found was nothing. Not Emanuela, not the princesses, no remains, no bones, nothing. The crypts were empty. How could that be? Investigators soon uncovered 2 ossuaries, bone chambers beneath a nearby trapdoor. Inside were human remains. Could one of them be Emanuela? The Vatican claimed the bones were being tested according to international standards, but refused to say how long results would take or when they'd release findings. The silence only deepened the family's suspicion. If the princesses' bodies had been moved decades ago, why wasn't it documented? And if the Vatican really had nothing to hide, why resist cooperation for 36 years? For Pietro, the heartbreak was twofold. On one hand, there was still hope that Emanuela might be alive. On the other, he faced the chilling thought that she could have been lying just 1,000 feet away from their home all these years. It would be anguishing for my mother, he said, to think she was so close and didn't know. Today, Emanuela's mother still lives inside Vatican City. She walks the same paths, passes the same walls, all while carrying the unbearable weight of the unknown. Pietro refuses to stop. He continues to campaign, to question, to hold the Vatican accountable. And every time the case reemerges in the media, more light creeps into the darkness. Italian crime journalist Fiorenza Sarzanini once said, "Every clue always leads to the Vatican." Maybe she's right. Maybe the answer has been there all along, hidden behind gilded doors, locked away in silence. Or maybe the angel is still pointing, waiting for someone to look closer. If this story moved you, share it. Let Emanuela's name echo beyond the Vatican walls. Let the unanswered questions burn just a little longer until someone decides to finally speak. And remember, sometimes the most powerful act of defiance is refusing to forget.